If you're trying to downsize, live minimally, or prep for long-term travel, this video will save you time, money, and stress. I've been living full-time on cruise ships with just a carry-on and a backpack, but that all changed when I booked an international flight on Singapore Airlines. They have a different criteria for their carry-on luggage, and mine was just too heavy. My luggage didn't make the cut, so I had to completely rethink my whole setup. Level 8 sent me this luggage for free in exchange for making this video, and if you use my affiliate link, you'll get 10% off, and I may earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. But more on that later. In this video, I'll show you what I packed to live full-time on cruise ships, including how I organize my tech, my clothes, my medicines, and my essential paperwork using just one checked bag, one backpack, and one personal item, and I'll show you my new luggage setup. Hey y'all, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I'm Linnell. I sold everything and now I live on cruise ships full time. If this video is a blessing to you, I want to encourage you to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and then turn on notifications. Hit the bell for all notifications so that you never ever miss another video. And follow me on my journey from poverty to paradise. All right, so let's first start with luggage. I was carrying my carry-on luggage, my backpack, and my medical bag. Had all my medicines, my blood pressure cuff, and all that in it. But going over to Europe, the requirements are different. So you have a personal item, which is like a purse, a small item, which in the US, I would, for domestic flights, I was using my backpack as my personal item, and you can have a carry-on. You can put as much items in it as you want. Didn't matter the weight, as long as the size fit in one of the bins. That's going to be overhead or up under the seat. Traveling to Europe is different. The personal item cannot be my backpack. It's too big. It has to be a small purse size. And all the airlines have different dimensions. So I put the dimensions for Singapore Airlines up on the screen. And then for the carry-on item, my carry-on bag does not fit the requirements for carry-on because you're only allowed 15 pounds. And as you can imagine, living on cruise ships, all my stuff with a backpack is way more, everything outside of my backpack is way more than 15 pounds. So that meant I needed to go to check luggage. And of course, because now I'm going to be traveling internationally and in the US, I need to make sure that my luggage and everything that I carry on me is going to fit international standards and US domestic standards. So now I've switched over to a sling as my personal item. This is that sling. I'm going to put a link to most of the products that you see in this video in the video description. Most of it will be in my Amazon affiliate, and then some that I didn't get through Amazon will have a separate link. So if you're interested in any of these items, that's where you can find them. Just put up the video description and find the link. But this is my personal item now, and I'll go through everything that's in this bag. Carry-on is no longer the carry-on luggage. My backpack is now the carry-on item, and I do have to make sure that everything that I put in this backpack comes to less than 15 pounds. And I do carry a luggage scale, so to make sure, I try and put it at like 14.5, just in case their scale is a little off or whatever. But yeah, can't put more than 14.5 pounds or 15 pounds in my backpack, which means when I was carrying this on my carry-on luggage, now because sometimes it would get a little heavy because I had a whole bunch of stuff and I'm trying to squeeze everything into just those 2 bags. But now this is only going to be 15 pounds. I can easily just throw this on my back and not have to worry about putting it on the suitcase at all. So I will carry this on my back and my sling on my front at all times, and easy peasy, right? So it meant also that I needed to get checked luggage. And I decided to go with the Level 8 Voyageur 28-inch, and they have 2 different colors. No, they have 5 different colors. And so I went with the navy. So we're going to go ahead and open that up right now. We're going to unbox it as soon as I find my little baby scissors. Traveling on cruise ships, you're not allowed to bring sharp objects. So my little baby scissors are is the sharpest object that I have. Maybe my nail file is a little sharper, I don't know, maybe. But yeah, so I'm here in my hotel in Spain, and they did ship it to me. You can tell it's lightweight, and that's my right hand, so that's my strong hand. But here's my left hand. So empty luggage. I haven't even opened it yet. We're gonna unbox it together. And yeah, let's see what it's all about. All right. So it comes in this little bag here. Level 8 Voyageur. It comes in 4 different sizes. I want to say 20, 26 inch, 28 inch, and 30. And this is the 28 inch. Alrighty. Alright, so this is what it looks like. Let's open it together. Alright, and let's play. Alrighty, it has a little Level 8 logo. And now I don't need it, but I'm wondering, with this being wide like this, would my backpack still fit on here if my backpack was heavy? So let me grab my backpack. And I don't think it will, because the luggage is wider than the backpack. So I don't need it, but if that is something that you need to carry, then yeah, you wouldn't be able to put at least this backpack. I don't know about other backpacks, and I could still put it on there and just use because this is so wide. But look, yeah, if I'm walking through the airport, I could still have it on here and still walk around with it like that. Maybe tighten these up a little bit. But again, this is only going to be 15 pounds. But if it was heavy, then yeah, I could still use this and set it on there. Look how wide this is. How much space I still have left for my backpack. And let's see, so this handle feels pretty good. If I turn it sideways, feels like it's pretty sturdy. And then, I've never done this before. All right, so it feels like the other handle. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like it, I like it. All right, let's open this bad boy up. Ooh. Ooh. Wow, that is nice. Okay, so compare this to the luggage that I have now. This just has this one zipper, and it covers my miscellaneous stuff over there, and then it has this for cover my clothing stuff. This has a zipper on both sides. Nice. It's very high quality. Unzip this. Alrighty. And is this where the handles are? Okay. So normally, you know, you have the 2 bars for the handle in the other luggage. If you don't have to worry about trying to squish stuff around, because the handles are way over here on the edges of the suitcase. So that is definitely a plus. Wow, I like it. And look how deep this is. Wow. Okay, okay. I wasn't ready for this. I don't remember seeing this in the, when I was looking it up. Yeah, separate compartment. So when I pack, I got to figure out what I'm going to put here. Maybe my cubes, maybe something else. But wow, this is super nice. I am impressed, and I've only seen a part of it. Let's look at this other side. Now, I do remember from the description, and I did like this about it, but it looks way bigger than I remember it being. But this is like a wet, dry pocket, so you can put items that might leak over in this side, and it's a really thick, I'm guessing plastic, for lack of a better word. I'm not sure. I'll look it up to see what this is, but yeah, this compartment here is huge. So I will put, you know, maybe lotion, shampoo, conditioner, that type of stuff in here. I would still, until I tried this out for a while, I would still keep them in the containers, the waterproof containers that I keep them in. But if they ever leak, then I would test this out to see, make sure it's not going to get on my other stuff. But I feel confident that this would protect everything in the suitcase. And then on top of that, it has another zipper area. Now for me, I probably put my notebooks and other papers in here, and you'll see what I mean by that, or some of my miscellaneous stuff. I haven't decided what I'm going to put. We're going to pack together and see how to use this. All right, and then let's open this side and see. All right, so okay, so now there's a difference here. So we do have this little thing in the middle because of that handle that's on the outside. So that's something that's different that I'm not used to. So that is the unboxing for this luggage. I'm going to go ahead and pack it up. I'm going to take my first use of this luggage from here in Barcelona, Spain. I have 2 different stops before I get to Vietnam. So I want to try it out in the everyday world and see how I actually feel about using it. So if you're interested in trying this luggage out, make sure you stay to the end of the video. I'll let you know my full thoughts about it. And then if you want to order it, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can get 10% off if you order through that link. All right, so before we get to this luggage, because to show you everything that I actually carry, to give you ideas of what you might need when you are going full-time cruising or just going on a cruise trying to figure out what you're going to bring. I'm going to transfer everything from my old suitcase to the new Voyager suitcase here, the new Level 8 Voyageur suitcase here. But before I do that, I'm going to go over the essentials. So first thing is my sling. Actually, I'm going to back up. So the first thing is everything that I wear. So I try and wear my heaviest outfits on travel days, which is essentially normally my sneakers. I have Brooks Ghost 15, I think is what it is. Some comfy socks, my jeans, which are my heaviest pants, and the shirt varies depending on what my mood is, right? And then I'm usually wearing my smartwatch, earrings, and my headphones, and my cell phone is usually in my hand. Like most of us, right? So that's the stuff that I normally have on me. And then this is my sling. It is a slash-proof sling, and you can wear it either in the front, or I can turn it around and wear it in the back, this, depending on my mood. And the thing about this bag, why I have this particular one, is because, again, it's slash-proof. So if you are walking in touristy areas on the cruise ship or whatever, and someone tries to slash and go, they're not going to slash and go. They're going to slash, and it's still going to be on your body. But I do try to, especially if it's cooler weather, if it allows me to, if it's not too hot out, then I'll put this on and then my jacket on top of it just for extra safety. But I'm not normally going in any place that is going to be unsafe, so that's not a real big issue for me. The other thing about this bag is it has 2 pockets. So this front one here is normally where I keep my passport, and that's normally the only thing that's up there. This is a new passport holder from Carnival because I'm Diamond now, so they gave me this. And I may keep some cards in here, but I just, like I said, I just got this, and then there's another little slot there. But yeah, so this is where my passport is, and it's usually the only thing there. And it has a double lock system, right? So you can zip it like that, but then also it has this extra little attachment. So if someone is trying to come and pickpocket you, some people are really good at, you know, unzipping it or whatever, grabbing what they need and then go. But yeah, you have this extra locking mechanism on there. That makes it a little bit more difficult. And it's on the main one here also. Again, I'm not really going in unsafe places, not something I worry about. But now, especially I heard in Barcelona, that might be an issue. So I do latch it up every time I stop and take out a bus pass or whatever, and then go back in it. I close it up before I start walking again. What else do I keep in here? Essential things. So this is not really essential. I've never had to use it, and I don't think I ever will, but it's here if I ever need to. So I have my bag on me, and then this here is called a birdie, which means, ooh, it's about to storm. If you feel like if I feel like I'm in an unsafe spot, I'll walk with this on me and I'll hold my hand onto this. If for some reason it gets away from me, that's going to happen. It's not going to stop anybody from doing what they're going to do, but it will bring attention to the situation. So that is what I have there. And then this has a bunch of pockets in it. Everything that I keep in here is not on me right now because I'm actually doing some work over there. So I'll show you one of the things I normally keep. But these are just some conveniences. It's not really things that I have to have. But if I'm traveling, I'm at the airport or whatever, I have my straw, what is it called? Flexi straw, whatever. Hand sanitizer, my earbuds, and some ear plugs. And what else is in here? So this is and the only reason I keep it in here is because my backpack can only be 15 pounds. And if I add this to it, it's too heavy. But this is my storage. It's a 5 TB, terabyte, whatever, Seagate. It has all my raw footage. So once I'm videoing or whatever, I download it from my GoPro or my phone, and it's too much storage for my laptop, so I save it onto here until I can edit and make a video out of it. And then this is the charger to my smartwatch, so that's in here. Another thing that is in here is going to be my wallet. So I have a bulkhead wallet. Again, there's links to all this stuff in my Amazon store. And I like this one because it's really small, compact, and I can just do this and have easy access to my cards, as you can see here. And there's like 3 or 4 cards that I'm using all the time. So those are the ones that are in here. Then on top of that, there's also a pouch here for the cards that I don't use on a regular basis, and a few other cards, like this was the Metro, the train cards that when I took coming to this hotel, so I can keep those handy. This card for LA, a few other credit cards, and my medical card, health insurance card is there. This pouch here, I just keep some ones because I like to tip. What else do I keep in here? So this is a little medical doodad. It's shaped like a suitcase. My sister bought me this, and I'm really glad she did. Not only does it have allows you to keep different medicines in different pockets, but also because now that I'm switching my whole luggage setup, I'm not sure if you can, like, okay, when I'm traveling domestically, I'm allowed to have my carry-on bag, my backpack, and so my backpack is the personal item, my carry-on is the carry-on, and then you're allowed to have a separate bag for any medical items, so prescription meds, CPAP machine, I have a high blood pressure cuff, things like that. So I have a separate bag, which you'll see is now in this luggage, because once I go to Europe, I don't know if they have that same option, so I'm not keeping all my meds on me, which means I need to have some of my prescriptions. My prescriptions are not the type where if you don't take them or they get lost or whatever, you know, it's going to be a critical situation. I just take a very few. I'm fairly healthy. I take a blood pressure medicine, which I don't even think I need it anymore because now that I live this life, my blood pressure is not high. And I have a pre-diabetes medicine. And those medications that I take they're readily available in just about every country, which most I've been going to Mexico and Caribbean, but they're readily available. So I just keep 5 of each of those in here. So if something was to happen to my luggage, whatever, I got about a week before, you know, I'm out of it, so I can still take my meds. And yeah, I just keep a couple of cough drops, Band-Aids, and that type of thing. So I keep this on me. And I try not to take this medicine unless, like, I forgot or something and I'm out late or something, then I'll take it and, you know, refill it later. But normally I don't even take these. A few other just, what do you call it, convenience things that I keep. Cough drops, like right now my throat is getting dry because I'm talking too much. I'm not a talker. Tic Tacs, because that's what we do. Of course I keep mascara and lipstick and just a few pieces of candy and some lotion. There's still plenty of room in here is my GoPro and stand, which of course I'm recording on right now, so I can't show you. And this pouch here, which this is, I call it my mini electronic pouch. And everything's not in it because I'm using it right now, but I keep a portable charger, of course, if I'm traveling. And this is, you know, in the back of the plane. There's no outlets. I need to be able to recharge my phone. This is over there because I'm in Spain right now, but it is a universal adapter. So I keep that with me to be able to plug in. And this is another portable phone charger. Can you have too many? Only if there's limited space. And then, of course, the plugs for it. And what else is over there? Oh, and the other thing that also fits in here is a multi-plug extension cord. It is not surge protected because you can't use those on a cruise ship. But yes, I will put a... So this is what it looks like right now. I'm just using everything and I'm still loading something in the system right now, so I don't want to stop it. But this is the universal adapter that I mentioned. This is the extension cord, and then I have some extra cords. This here is just a, what do you call it? An extra outlet for USB. So I can put 2 USBs here. And then I always have enough power, right? So the universal adapter, I have 4 USB plugs here, and then this one here, of course. And then the beep sound is just my laptop saying, what you doing, girlfriend? And then this is my cord Does it have a name to it? I don't know. I'll put the link to it. But yeah, I can put 2 USBs, 1 USB, 2 of these 3 prongs, and then 2 of the regular 2 prongs there. And it wraps up very compactly. All right, so that is everything that I keep in my sling. My jacket, this is usually either on me, or if it's warm out, I will wrap the sleeves, or tie the sleeves around my waist. But you never know when you're gonna be on a plane and it is cold. All right, so besides my sling, my other essentials that I don't want to get away from me go in my backpack. What I keep in here, this I don't normally keep in it, especially because it's gonna add weight, but this is just a rain jacket. So this backpack has a secret compartment on the back, so only you know it's here. And what I keep in here is my extra credit card, my backup credit card, and my backup debit card, and some backup cash. I don't usually keep too much, maybe a couple hundred, and some small bills, just in case there's an emergency and I need some cash for whatever reason. That is in here. And also some important paperwork is in here too. But of course, when I'm wearing the backpack, that is up against my back, and no one can reach in there and grab it. Then of course in here, which my laptop is over there, but my laptop will go here and the cord will go here to the laptop. The other thing that I keep in here, this is usually just really, really light stuff. Of course now with my weight issue and not being able to have more than 15 pounds, this is my word seek, my on-the-go word seek. My son bought me and I love it to keep my brain active. I'm never bored, but sometimes I just want to do a word search. That's just one of my things. And then of course I keep some ink pens and pencils right here. And then this pocket here is kind of like what we saw with the luggage, which that's going to go over here. I'm going to add that in. So like the instructions on the instruction manual for the Level 8 luggage. I also have some just little instruction manual for different devices that I have. So just little mini pieces of paper. I keep them right there. So if I need them, I can grab them. And that is it for just making sure nothing's in there. All of these are empty, empty, empty. And then here, this is empty. Nothing there. But in this one, I do keep a couple things. So in this one, I keep, so this is just a mini phone stand that, and it's not going to be Amazon, it's just a little thing I found at a dollar store or something. But if you see me on a cruise ship and I'm watching something, it's probably going to be on this stand, and I'm probably watching Netflix with my headphones on. So that's what this is. And this is just some leftover candy from the cruise ship. I keep, what are these things called? Floss picks. And I've only actually used it once because I don't really have a problem sleeping, but this is like an eye mask to cover your eyes when you're on the plane trying to sleep. And I keep an extra mask because I don't know if anyone's going to require it, or if I'm going to be in a situation where someone's hacking all over the place and I can't get away, so I keep a mask. I also keep headphones. Now my laptop and my cell phone both have wireless capabilities, so my headphones and my earbuds both work on both devices. And this is just a backup in case for whatever reason there's some interference, or sometimes the sound actually sounds different when I'm doing editing for YouTube. And then this is this piece of napkin. Luggage scale. This I won't keep in my backpack. It's just here because I'm going to weigh that luggage. But once I weigh the luggage and I'm comfortable with it, I'll stick this in the luggage. It's not something I have to keep on me. So I will stick this in the check luggage, and it will go there. And then the other thing here that's attached is a luggage tracker. This is just the key to the safe back at my daughter's. I have a little safe that I keep some the super important papers that I don't even want to travel with those. And then this is a key, and I have another key as a backup key too. That key goes to, in this pouch here, I only have a couple things. But remember, 15 pounds. So that key goes to this cable that's in this zipper. And this cable This cable allows for me to attach my laptop and walk away, so I can just put it on lock so no one, you know, has the password, they can't use it. But then I can lock this to my laptop, wrap it around a table leg, a chair leg, or whatever the case may be, which it's always going to be something that no one can just pick up and walk away. I wouldn't attach it to this chair here, but to mostly tables. Say I'm at on the Lido deck and I want to sit up there and edit, or I want to go to deck 3 on the cruise ship and listen to some music while I'm editing. I'll wrap the cable around it, make sure that it's tight enough where you can't just unravel it, attach the laptop, put the laptop on lock, and then I can run to the restroom or go grab a bite to eat and then come back to my laptop without worrying about somebody walking away with it. And then the only other 2 things in here are, one, these are my I have this notebook with important papers in it. And of course, as I've mentioned lots of times before, I'm not going anywhere with this bad boy here. It's too important to even go in my checked luggage when I know there's going to be a long walk or something like that. I pop this bad boy open, I sit, and I am good. And so that is my essential stuff. I'm going to go through what's actually in my check bag now, but at this point, if this information is valuable to you, I want to encourage you to click the like button. That, of course, tells the algorithm that you're getting some value from this content, and YouTube will share it with other people who need to hear what are the ultimate items that they need to bring when they are either living full-time on a cruise ship, going on a cruise, or just traveling in general. So click that like button. And if you have any items that you feel are essential, that there is no way I'm living without those items, put those in the comments right now. Take a moment, press pause, put those in the comments, and let me know what you feel that, girl, you need to make sure you have this on you at all times, or I'm never going this place here without this. Let me know. All right, next we're going to go and see everything that I keep in my check bag, and we're going to check out this new Level 8 Voyageur suitcase. Alright, this is the part of the video where I show you everything that's in my check bag, and in doing so I'm going to take everything from my old suitcase and move it to this new Level 8 Voyageur suitcase. So I'll go through everything to tell you what I actually have. So this is, when I fly domestically in the United States, I can carry this separately. This is my medical bag. It has my high blood pressure cuff, my glucose monitor stick thing. It has my prescription meds in here. Okay, so when I do fly domestically, I can use this lock here. Like, you know, when I put it in the overhead bin, if anybody, say I fall asleep or whatever, I don't have to worry about nobody bothering it. But yeah, I have my prescription meds, eyeglasses, some over-the-counter meds. I have an inhaler, some Pepto, antibiotic, thermometer, ibuprofen, all kinds of over-the-counter extra goodies. But since I'm not flying domestically, and I don't know if internationally they count this or not, I'm going to include it in my regular luggage. And I'm going to put it on this side. I think I'm going to put it here for now. We shall see. Alright, this here, I call this my kitchen drawer, and it's kind of like that junk drawer that you have in the kitchen, but I also have a junk drawer too. So what I have in here is just some miscellaneous stuff that doesn't go in any kind of category, like this tub stopper. This hotel actually had a tub, but it didn't have a stopper, and sometimes the sinks don't have stoppers. So this is something I say, if you're going to travel full-time, you should definitely keep with you. I just have a little coin purse here with some extra quarters, and I have magnets, of course, to hang stuff on the cruise ship walls. I have just a few magnets of places that I've gone to. I know a lot of people collect magnets, shot glasses, things like that. I don't do it at every port, just the ports that I think I might want to go back and visit. Now that I live on cruise ships, I have to, I have a good zillion magnets, but they're back in one of my 3 bins I have in my daughter's garage. So for memory's sake, I do have more, but the ones that I carry with me are just the places I absolutely love. And I think that's it. I have a couple of ducks in there, but yeah, that's what that is. I'll put that right here for now. Can I turn it sideways? Yeah, I think I can turn it sideways. All right, then the next thing that I have is my liquids bag. Normally, once I get on the ship, I will just stick this in the bathroom. It has an extra little zipper pouch here, but it just has a couple extra earrings, a few studs. I have a lighter in case I get my hair done and I want to burn the ends. I have tweezers, fingernail clippers, and a necklace with my mom in it, and then just other liquids, just a toothpaste, face cream, my toothbrush, lotion. I do keep Dawn detergent in case. It says Palmolive just because they had the smaller bottle. I think I got a bottle out of a hotel and I poured my Dawn into it. But in case I have grease things on my clothes, I have miniature perfume and baby oil. And this was at a full-size bottle of perfume, but the lid was too big, so I just stuck. Oh, it smells so good. I just stuck the perfume in here. So yeah, that is my liquids bag. I will put that right there. All right, this is my, what's this called? Pop-up hamper to keep my dirty clothes in. I think I'm gonna keep that in this bottom zip thingy here. Even though I'm thinking about putting my paperwork there, so I'm not sure. I'm gonna put that there for now. This is my electronics bag. And it has, so these are some packing cubes that I got from Carnival. What they do is every cruise, they give you a VIFP pen and a gift. So sometimes the gift is a baseball cap, sometimes it's a tote bag. This time around, they've been giving out these compression bags. So this one here is my electronics bag. And what is in this one? This has some batteries, has extra cables to my cell phone and some other cables. It has my tracking device. In case something happens to my suitcase, I'll be able to track it. It has some GoPro accessories, extra batteries for the GoPro, the wireless mics that I sometimes use, attachments to put my cell phone on my selfie stick instead of the GoPro, and then it has a wrist thing for the GoPro. So yeah, just extra electronics things that I don't need with me, but are very useful for me when I am traveling. Let's put that there. This next one is my junk drawer. So the other one was my kitchen drawer. This one's my junk drawer. And it has miscellaneous stuff, so it's not junk. For time's sake, I'm probably not going to go through everything. I might just post it up on the screen. If I got to edit this out, it'll just be posted up on the screen. But I'm going to go through it now. Alright, so that is my junk drawer. So again, I don't know how everything's gonna fit in here because first time using this suitcase, so we will figure it out. This right here, I'm not gonna even go over. It's just an extra little cube, and I got some picked up a few things that I might give to the grandkids, not even sure. Like I played in the arcade on this last ship I was on, and I had some tickets, so I got some little trinkets. So I might bring that to them. This next one is my hair packing cube. And I'm not going to open it. Well, I'll open it, but I'm not going to go through everything. But basically it has my wig in case I need to wear that. What is this? A microfiber cloth. I have some headbands. I have this spray bottle in case I need to spray my hair with water. I have some travel size hair products, curl smoothie and leave-in conditioner. I have, what is this? Some mousse. I have a couple of these mousse for my hair, which I use on my natural hair, and I use on braids to try and keep them from frizzing up. I have a comb, hairbrush, some headbands, plastic headbands, and I have some hair custard. So yeah, that is all my hair stuff. Oh, I also keep my, it's around here somewhere because I slept with it. But I also keep my hair bonnet in here. I have a couple of hair bonnets and one do-rag, which the wig is inside the do-rag. Yeah, so yep. Need hair products. Make sure you're packing those. Full-time travel. A couple things that are not in containers. What is this? This is my lotion, so I'm gonna put this in the wet dry. I might put this in the wet dry too with the liquids. I may change my mind. Again, all of my stuff is pretty secure already, but since this is a wet dry slot, that's where I feel they should go. All right, so my lotion's there, my liquids are there. All right, a few more things over here. Let's see, I think I'll go ahead with this one next. So this is a makeup beauty bag, and I think it's off of Amazon. It makes it more convenient when you have zippers on both sides instead of just one side. But again, I'm not gonna go through everything, but this is just my makeup bag. I don't typically wear makeup, so it has other stuff in here that besides makeup. But if you are a makeup wearer, obviously you want to wear bring your makeup. But yeah, this little container here, it has a spot here for brushes. I keep my lipstick and mascara over there. I, as you can see, keep deodorant in here. I do have some makeup, so when I'm feeling girly and I want to wear some makeup, it's there. I have, what is this? Nail polish remover pads and some actual gel nail stickers. Here's my other hair bonnet. This is Men Close Your Ears. You don't need to know about this. My Mr. Johnson for the ladies. If you are single and you want one of those, make sure you bring yours. This is some setting spray for makeup. Just some sponges, makeup remover pad. And then this little thing here comes out. And even though it's not really makeup related, well, kind of related, but not really, there's just some miscellaneous stuff in here. So there's some, what are these called? Cotton white thingies. Some loose Q-tips. I have my, sometimes I use crochet hair, so I have my crochet needle and a regular hair sewing needle. And then I also have this sponge and some hairpins. So kind of a little mixture, that right there. And then this is Velcro, so I can Velcro it right there. Move that there. And I can throw everything else back in here. Whew. All right. Getting full over on this side. All righty. Last few things on this side. This, again, is not a need, just a want. I like it. My water bottle sling when I'm on the cruise ship, and all I want to bring is my cell phone and my water bottle. Maybe my key. I love this Arca water bottle sling. I really love it because not just can you put the bottle in here, but other stuff can fit in here with the water bottle. It just depends on the size of your water bottle, right? And then I can put my cell phone in here, and then it has a slot here for your ID, your ship card, if you want to carry cash. I used to use this off of the ship, but now that I have my slash proof, I don't use this off of the ship. I only use this on the ship. So that is that. What else do I have? I have another storage drive, portable storage drive. It's 5 terabytes, has all my raw data from for my YouTube, so that's kind of electronics, I guess. This is a door alarm for solo female travelers. This is essential. You put a battery in, which I don't have the battery in right now. But if you're staying in like a shady area or you're not too, comfy, like where I'm at right now, most of the hotels that I stay in are going to be interior corridors. So someone not only has to know what room I'm in, they also have to be able to get through the locks on the door, but also they have to go through a corridor that has 24-hour service. And so I'm not really concerned about anything like that as far as my safety. But if and when I do feel like it's a shady area or the people downstairs are not really paying, not really competent or something like that, I can use this and put the battery in for an alarm. It's not going to stop anybody, but it will wake me up, and it will probably wake up the next few rooms to figure out what was that loud behind noise that's going on. And I have 2 of these. And so also I can take the battery out and when I'm in my cabin, because sometimes when you're on the cruise ship and you are using Wi-Fi, if you're in your cabin, sometimes the Wi-Fi works better with the door open. So I use this to prop the door open when I'm on cruise ships to use the Wi-Fi better. All right, we're winding it down. This I used to keep in my backpack, but I don't have room. Again, I'm trying to only keep the things that I absolutely have to have. But this is just a miniature umbrella. And once I'm done with traveling, I'm not on an airplane anymore, this comes out and goes in my backpack. But to meet the weight requirement for that 15 pounds, I'm taking it out and I'm keeping it in here. This little bag has my shavers in it. This is essential for us women. I don't think it's a nice to have. I think it's essential. So especially us older women. And it's not about pleasing a man or showing off for anybody. It's just about how we feel about ourselves, right? Because I mean, I'm single solo right now, and I'm not trying to show off anything for anybody. I'm not looking for a relationship, but I still like to look good and feel good. So just have a couple of. This one's a flawless razor. This was more for like eyebrows and things like that, and then this one is more for legs. So yeah, all my shavers in this little bag here. All right, so that is one side of my suitcase. All right, so lastly but not least is my clothing. So I need to move that from this over to here. So this is, I have 2 bathing suits and a cover up are in this compression cube. So let's see. Then I'm gonna leave these cubes till last. The other compression cube that I have is just my underwear and my I have some like shorts and top to sleep in, which is there. This is my dirty clothes. Normally they would be folded up with the rest of the clothes, but when you're on a Journeys cruise, almost everybody is platinum and diamond. So everybody's doing their laundry the last couple of days. So they tell you the 3rd day before you get off the ship that that's the last day to drop off your laundry, and everybody drops off their laundry. And so I have 3 days worth of clothes that I was not able to get washed. So that's what this bag is. And of course I can't fold them. I'm not gonna fold them or roll them because they're dirty clothes. So they're gonna go right there. And then this is what I have left of them. So this is, what is this? So this is normally what would be in there, which is my last couple notebooks. Have some notes of when I learned editing and how to do some awesome things in editing for YouTube and stuff like that. And then I have another folder here that has some miscellaneous stuff. This right here is actually, I wasn't planning to bring this out, but I'll post it up on the screen for a better view. But this is actually what I used to determine before I went full-time living on cruise ships. This is what helped me determine what I was going to keep, what I was going to donate, what I was going to trash or shred, and what yeah, so recycle, shred, donate, and trash. So I'll put this on the screen and hopefully it will help you. But yeah, so that's what this paperwork here is. And I was thinking I might put this in the middle, in that middle slot. So let me move this to the side for now. If it fits there. As you can see, I just put it here on top of the clothes in this suitcase. This is a belt, which I'm probably gonna wear. So I'm gonna take that out. This is an extra bag. I always keep a couple extra bags for dirty clothes. These are my sandals. So I only have 2 pairs of shoes, the sneakers that I have on, and these sandals. These are waterproof hiking sandals. So multifunctional. This here is not essential, but it's been helpful. This is just a bag that I got from Carnival. And sometimes, like if I'm going to port or whatever, I'll stick my blue chair and my bathing suit and towel in here. So I'm gonna hang on to this and just lay it flat here. Looks like it needs to be washed. I've been wearing it out. And then, so because I can't go through all my clothes because some of them are dirty, but this here is just a dress that I wear. It was my mom's dress. I wear normally when I'm just sitting around in the room, or if I'm gonna hang out in the cabin all day and I'm just gonna go up to the Lido deck to grab something to eat and go back to my room. This is normally what I wear, and sometimes I wear it as a bathing suit cover up. But that's what this dress is. All right, as far as bottoms, so I don't have any dresses other than my little moo dress. As far as bottoms, I have my jeans. I have some white capri jeans. I have some black leggings. Both of those are with the dirty clothes. And I have these very thin, I don't know what they're called, slacks, pants, whatever. And I have multiple shirts that I can wear with all 4 of those. So black pants, black leggings, white capris, and these. So 4 bottoms. No, and I also have a pair of black shorts. So 5 bottoms. And tops, I've been kind of rotating just based on just things that I like to wear, right? So the movie Wicked, it's my favorite movie right now. And these are a couple Carnival St. Jude shirts that I bought on the ship, on this last ship I was on. What ship was it? What ship did I just come off of? Carnival Valor. These, there's actually a third one somewhere. Oh, it's probably with my underwear. Nope, this is it right here. So last ship I was on, I bought 3 tops on Carnival Valor. It was 3 for 25 bucks. And they're very thin. So I got 2 shirts. So this shirt, and then I have a black one, well, a white and black one just like it. I think it's really cute. It's really comfortable and very thin. And then this I got also, but this I don't really wear in public. It's a dress, but it's just for me to lounge around in the cabin or my room or whatever. So I'm gonna call it like a nightgown. It's not really a nightgown, but just something kind of like a house dress, kind of like the other dress. And then I have just a plain black shirt that I can wear with all 4 bottoms. It has the sheer back. And then other than that, let me think what other shirts that I have that are in the dirty clothes. I have my purple shirt that says I love cruising. And I'll put the total number of bottoms and tops up on the screen. But that is it. So let me squeeze this in. Looks like I got plenty of room. I'm just not sure because of how this seems like, because this side is so much thicker, that this side is more shallow, I guess, for lack of a better word. So let me push all the clothes over there. Put this right here. I think we're gonna do fine. Yeah. So let me bring the camera closer so you can get a better look, a different angle of how I have this situated. So as you see here, the dirty clothes are here. Everything fits nice. I think the shoes are here. And then that paperwork, I can probably just put flat here, or I can see if it'll fit here and maybe just take this out and make it flat. And then all the other stuff, this side is really, really deep. You see, I still have room on this side. See how much room I still have? It's probably another 2 or 3 inches. Yes. So yeah, that's pretty good. Does this expand? This does not expand. But I don't need it to expand. Again, this right here is just some extra little knickknacks for the kids. But I'm always going to have some little extras, whether it's for them or something for myself. All right, so that's it. I'm going to zip both of these up. And then when I put this on, I'm going to have to use 2 hands for the scale. So all right, hopefully the camera got that. I think we're right where we want to be for our trip. All right, so that is my new luggage setup. I'm going to stick this inside here, add in what, maybe 1/4 pound. I'm going to wear this on my back. Again, it's going to be 15 pounds or less, so easy peasy. I'm going to wear my sling on my shoulder with my jacket on, and then put my backpack on. And then I have my nice new Level 8 Voyageur suitcase, and I'll put just my name and my phone number on my luggage tag, and I am ready to go. All right, so flight is tomorrow. I will take some footage and let you know. Look at this bad boy. Again, if you're interested in getting this luggage, I'm gonna test it out, and I'll add some more footage after this and let you know how it works. But yeah, if you're interested in getting this luggage, again, I have an affiliate link in the video description. You can go ahead and order it there. And I'll let you know momentarily how this worked out, going through the city, going on the train, if I take the train, and going to the airport, and on my way from Barcelona, Spain to Da Nang, Vietnam. I can already say that this is the quietest suitcase I've ever had. I don't hear a peep out of this. Ain't no squeaking, nothing from the wheels, even though, you know, it is brand new. But even with my new one, that other one that I just gave up, you could hear it making noise as you push it through the airport. I don't hear nothing. Alright, so I made it here to Vietnam. I'm here in Da Nang, Vietnam, and all unpacked. Everything's good to go. Got my luggage here, and I want to give you my opinion of what I think of the Level 8 Voyageur check bag. I have the 28-inch in navy, and I'm going to let you know my opinion if I'm going to keep this luggage or if I'm going to go back to my old luggage. Now, for reference, what I was using before was a 31-inch Samsonite freeform. I think it was called freeform check luggage. Yeah, I think that's I'll put it up on the screen. But that's what I'm going to be comparing it to, because that is what I was using. I had that luggage and then the carry-on that I was using when I first went full-time living on cruise ships. And then I went carry-on only. So I kept my check bag, but I only kept the carry-on bag with me on the ships. So now that I'm changing over from carry-on only, I need a proper check bag. And so my decision is go back to my previous bag, my 31-inch Samsonite bag, or try out this Level 8 suitcase. And I'm going to tell you how it did. I've only had this, it's still new. I've only had this since I was in Spain. I was in Barcelona. So I've had this for a week now, but I did travel with it, and it did go through, I don't know how many countries. Let's see, we left Barcelona. I had to bring it to the train. It caught a couple trains over in Barcelona, took that to the airport, checked this in at the airport, but then I had to lug it around the airport for a little bit because I got there really early and I was there for like hours and hours. So one of the things I liked about this luggage, I'll tell you, is the flat top. Sometimes when I was in the airport and I needed somewhere to put my drink on, or my plate even, or whatever, even though this handle is here, because this is flat, I was never able to do that with my other luggage. So that's a plus. It's not something that would make or break a decision, but I do like the design, how this is square, more square than typical luggage. But anyway, so that's what I'm going to be comparing it to in my mind. Do I want to go back to my old luggage, or do I want to keep this? So first, I want to talk about the things that kind of are the same. So there's no pluses or minuses to using either one. And that is the durability. So I feel like this is just as strong. I won't say it's stronger, but probably might be stronger. I'm not sure. But just as strong, if not stronger, than my Samsonite luggage. And I feel pretty comfortable that it's durable, it's reliable. I'm not going to have to worry about it breaking on me or anything like that. And that leads to the next thing that is about the same for both luggage. On both of their website, they say it's a 10-year warranty for the actual luggage, but then when you look in the fine print, Well, Level 8 specifically says that it's a lifetime warranty on certain aspects of the luggage. So I feel pretty confident that it's not going to break, because why else would they put a lifetime warranty on it? Samsung didn't say a lifetime warranty, but I've had experience with them, and twice I've had issues with, I've had 4 or 5 of their bags, and twice I had issues when I brought the product in. No questions asked. Both times when it happened, didn't ask for a receipt or anything like that. So I feel like they are both on the same level as far as quality and warranty, and I feel comfortable with both of them in that area. Another thing that's the same on both of them is the 360-degree spinner wheels. Another thing is that they both have a feature that I need, and that is the TSA lock, and a lot of luggage don't have that, but on both of these, so they are equal in that department, and I had no issues with the lock at all, so I'm pleasantly pleased with the lock, and again, they're equal on that. The other thing that is the same on both of them is, well, no, it's not the same. So the handles, I mean, they have really good handles on both of them, but this one has an extra handle. I showed this earlier. It has this extra handle here. That didn't faze me because I didn't use it. I thought about, that's going to be pretty cool when, when I lay it flat, or I'm trying to get it off of the luggage carousel at the airport, but maybe it's just because out of habit, I never used it. I still grabbed it from this handle here when I grabbed it from the airport carousel. And so I'm not sure if this extra handle would be good for your usage or not, but for me, it didn't do anything for me, at least not yet. If I continue to use this, maybe I will use that handle, but again, it's been only a week since I've had this bag and used it. The other thing about this bag, now this could just be my imagination, so there's nothing to substantiate it, but I felt like the zipper, like this part of the zipper is really strong, like much stronger than I'm used to on zippers, but I know that YKK is supposed to have the strongest zippers. I don't know if they use YKK or they make their own zippers, but for me, when I'm unzipping the luggage, and maybe it's just because it's new, but when I'm unzipping it, I feel like it's not smooth. Like even right there, you see how it was like a little struggle with that zipper, and I'm used to on my luggage just zipping it up. I didn't have any problems like that, but this one it kind of stalls, so I'm not sure. And again, they have a warranty for it, so if it wasn't good quality, I don't think that they would have a warranty for it. But yeah, that just kind of makes me nervous. I'm not going to put it down as a con or even a pro for the other luggage. It's just something that, again, it's just a feeling. All right, so now I'm going to lead to, I want to talk about the pros and cons, but first, there's one that's a pro and a con where the luggage kind of offset each other. The pro for this one is that it is 58 inches when you add the length, width, and depth. When you add them up, it comes to 58 inches. On all the airlines that I have been flying on, which is so far Singapore Airlines, American Airlines, Delta, and Spirit, this luggage here fits all of the requirements for the checked luggage. My other bag does not. The maximum of all 4 of those lines is 62 linear inches. That bag is 63. While I have not had a problem checking it in, I am cautious about, especially now that I'm traveling internationally, I'm cautious about making sure that everything lines up, because I don't want to get stuck in an airport because of 1 inch, But this one here is clearly 58 inches. It definitely fits in the dimensions of all of the airlines that I have been flying on. Now, the opposite to that is this bag only holds 99 liters, whereas my other bag holds 120 liters, which obviously, because this has smaller dimensions, that one is going to hold more stuff. So I felt more comfortable that I could bring all my stuff when I had that bag. This one I don't. I really had to pick and choose if there was some things that I was going to leave out because I didn't have enough room in here. Even though it looked spacious when I was packing it, as I was packing it, I was kind of worried, like, am I going to run out of room? And I didn't have that worry with the other suitcase. I had plenty of extra room, and that's why when I looked it up, 99 liters versus 120 liters, that's a big difference. But again, they kind of offset each other because of the dimensions, right? So if I have to pick and choose between the two, obviously I don't want to be stuck in an airport because of 1 inch. So this one is going to, even though they offset each other, this one is going to win because I would just have to make that sacrifice and not bring in as much stuff, because that's the nature of living full-time on cruise ships. All right, so now I'm going to go with the pros of this luggage. Things that I like about this luggage that is better than what I like about my current luggage. So the first thing is free shipping. So when you purchase luggage from Level 8, they ship it to you in, I want to say United States and Canada and somewhere else. I don't know because I'm only United States, so. But yeah, they will ship this to you for free. And you can, if you're interested in the luggage, obviously you can look and see if where you are at, if they'll ship it to you for free. But yeah, across the United States, they will ship this for free. Whereas when I bought my other luggage, I had to pay for shipping, and it was not cheap. So this one is a pro in that area. The next thing that I loved about this is this separates this luggage from all other luggages, and that is this handle. It's a wide handle. When I'm traveling through the airport and when I'm traveling anywhere and the floors are smooth, like this floor here, no problem. It's the same. It doesn't matter which type of handle you have. But when I travel across other types of flooring, say I'm on sidewalks or I'm on gravel or even carpets in the airport, when I grab my other luggage because of the terrain, I guess you could say, then I have to kind of do like this and pull the luggage. I don't have to do that with this because the handle is so wide. I can still just grab this and then it won't tilt when I'm on carpet or gravel or whatever the case may be. And another pro about this handle is because I don't know what these things are called, but because they're so far apart from each other, when packing the luggage, you don't have that bulge that comes in the middle with typical luggage, and it's easier to pack. So that is, I guess, 2 pluses for this large handle. So that is definitely stands out for this luggage that no other luggage that I've seen has that. Dual compartment. So I showed earlier inside when you open it up. I have never seen, at least the luggage that I have used in the past, where both sides have a zipper compartment. Well, one side has a zipper where you can close that side, and then the other side has a zipper where you can close it, but on that zipper has 2 pouches. One is the waterproof side and one is just a mesh pocket. I like that because no matter what you put on both sides, when you open it up, nothing is falling out. Where with all the other luggage that I've had, the zipper compartment was only on one side, and whatever was always on the other side, which was normally my clothes, would start, falling out as soon as I opened up the luggage. I don't have to worry about that with this luggage. I can leave it standing up like this, unzip it, open it up, and nothing's gonna fall out because everything's secured inside because of those compartments. And also the waterproof pockets. So my other luggage did not have the waterproof pocket. So again, this one here stands out and wins, and that's a pro for this Level 8 Voyageur luggage. And then the other thing that is a pro on this luggage that I don't have on my other luggage, and I haven't had on any of my other luggage, I don't know if it comes on other luggage or not, but these bumpers, there's some on the bottom and some on the side. So when you set your luggage down, it's sitting on top of the bumpers and it's not touching the floor directly. So of course that is going to limit how dirty the luggage gets. It's going to limit how much scratches it gets and things like that. Of course you can buy a cover for any luggage, right? Which I've never done before. Maybe I should. But even without a cover, because it has those bumpers, that's going to help it stay looking nice and beautiful. So those are the pros that I have for this luggage. Now the things that I don't like about it. So comparing to my other luggage that I use, this is much heavier. Even though it's smaller, so it's only 99 liters and the dimensions are smaller, it's still heavier. This is 12.4 pounds. Whereas my other luggage is 9.6 pounds, so almost 3 pounds heavier. And of course, when you're going through, not TSA, but when you're checking your luggage, every pound makes a difference. So that means 3 pounds less of items. I'm already taking stuff out because I'm going to a smaller luggage because dimensions. That means I got to take out 3 pounds more than if I was using my other luggage. So that is a con for this luggage. I'm not sure why it's so heavy. And I do notice a difference in just in the little things like I said, the bumpers and the extra handle. I don't know if those things would add up to 3 pounds, maybe the type of zipper, I don't know. But yeah, those extra 3 pounds is definitely not good. Another thing that I don't like about this luggage is for the times when I don't need to worry about dimensions. So I'm only really worried about dimensions when I'm on an airplane. But when I am not on an airplane, say I'm just going from, you know, cruise ship to cruise ship in the same area, city or port, say I'm just traveling by car or train and I'm not worried about the dimensions, there might be times where I want to dump some other stuff in here, and a lot of luggage, including the one I used to use, had an expandable zipper where you could expand it and get some extra, maybe 2-3 inches out of there and put more stuff in. This one does not have expandable option. So yeah, that is another con that I don't like about this luggage. I wish that it had the expandable option. One of the pros that I love is also a con. So this handle here, like I said, I really love it, and it is it's adjustable, you know, based on how tall you are, how high you want it up. It also means that the luggage straps on any kind of bag that you have, so for instance me, I have a backpack. That means I can't attach my backpack to it because this is going to be too wide for any kind of luggage strap. So all of that I'm aware of, all of the bags, backpacks, and things that you can attach to luggage, because all other suitcases have the smaller handle, the luggage strap can fit on all luggage except for this one. So this is a pro, but it's also a con. When I was using it, I did not really need it because the type of traveling that I'm doing, my backpack had to be very light anyway. But there were some times, even though it was 15 pounds, when I was walking through the airport and walking in town or whatever, I thought I would be okay with just 15 pounds on my back. But there were times when I really wish I could have put my backpack on here. There was a couple times where I did just turn my backpack and put the backpack straps, hang the backpack on here with the straps and set the backpack on top because of the flatness of the suitcase, and that did work. But with my backpack, I also have a water bottle, and sometimes I keep things in the side pockets, and it just didn't feel right. I wasn't really comfortable having my backpack turned to the side like that, even though it is an option, and I don't really need to have the backpack on the luggage as much as I did when it was heavier, because it used to be super heavy before I did this international travel. So yeah, that is a con to this beautiful, lovely handle that I do like so much. Another con is the color options. It doesn't come in very many colors. I think there's only 3 or 4, maybe 5 different color options, whereas most luggage, including the one that I have, comes in other colors that are more widespread, I guess you could say. Yeah, it was like, I don't really want those colors, but I have to pick one of these, so I'm gonna pick navy. But yeah, I wish it came in more colors, and I think a lot, you know, because people have different personalities and things like that, and sometimes you want for your luggage. Now they do have a yellow option. It's a multicolor. I think it's yellow on one side and black on the other side. Sometimes you want your luggage to stick out because of the color, but that was the only color to me that kind of stuck out. Whereas the other luggage that I have, the Samsonite, comes in blue, comes in white, comes in black, comes in purple, comes in gray, comes in tan, a whole bunch of other colors. So yeah, if I was to request one thing as far as the look of the luggage, have more color options would be something that I would ask Level 8 to do. And then the final thing that it's kind of a pro but kind of a con, is the price of this luggage. So it's definitely less than some of its competitors. Some of those premium luggage that you see in this space are the Away luggage and Monos. And this bag does cost less than both of them, significantly less. More than 10% to me is significant. So yeah, this bag is less than both of those, but it does cost more than the larger bag that I use, the Samsonite bag. So that is something to think about when you are thinking about purchasing this luggage. But overall, do I like this luggage and am I going to keep it? The pros and the cons are kind of trade-offs. If I was to keep my other luggage, I would be having some trade-offs of not having the pros that I like about this, especially the pockets that are inside, because I don't have to worry about that 1-inch difference on airplanes. I know that when I carry this luggage around, I'll be fine and not have to worry about trying to scramble and find luggage that fits the parameters that I need. So, in conclusion, yes, I am going to keep this luggage. I am going to hold on to it for my full-time travels, and I'm going to see how it holds up. Hopefully, because of what I've seen so far in the quality, it's going to suit me well. And yeah, we'll see how it does. All right, so that is my review of this Level 8 Voyageur 28-inch navy suitcase. If you are interested in purchasing one of these or trying out anything from Level 8, I'll leave a link in the video description, so you can go ahead and grab it there. If you use my link, it's not going to cost you anything extra. As a matter of fact, you are going to get a discount. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you have any questions or comments about this, anything else you want me to let you know regarding this luggage, maybe something that I missed. I think I covered everything that I can think of. This here is just a monogram, what do you call it, luggage tag. Just has my name on it. It does not come with the luggage. That's just something that I got somewhere else. But yeah, that's it regarding the luggage.